Most bettors slowly drain their bankrolls over an IPL season because they focus their research on the wrong variable. They handicap the team lineups. The actual edge is found by handicapping the turf the game is played on. The trap starts with the concept of a par score, the theoretical average run total a team batting first should achieve. Bettors often assume a 180-run target holds a universal baseline value across the league. This split-screen graphic shows exactly why that assumption fails. A 180-run target set in Chennai results in a highly secure defend probability of over 90%. That exact same 180-run target set in Ahmedabad reduces the defending team's win probability to a mathematical coin toss. To find reliable ROI, we have to look past the team names and isolate 3 objective metrics native to the stadium: the venue's historical chase win percentage, the frequency of balls hit for 6, and the run rates during the death overs, specifically overs 17 through 20. By mapping these exact probability bands across the 10 major IPL venues, we can separate the predictable low-volatility yields from the high-variance traps. We start in Bengaluru at the Chinnaswamy Stadium. The incredibly short boundaries here create wild fluctuations in total scores, routinely destroying standard over-under run props set by bookmakers. This line chart tracks the stadium's scoring engine. Notice the massive spike after the 16th over, pushing the death over run rate to 10.9. Because both teams score aggressively late, the chase win rate sits at a dead heat, 49.3 to 50.7%. Mumbai's Wankhede Stadium offers similar boundary scoring, but the evening dew and reliable pitch bounce give the team batting second a distinct mechanical advantage, pushing the chase win rate to 55.5%. Looking at this target probability chart, you can see Mumbai's specific danger zone. When a team sets a target between 160 and 180 runs, the chasing team still wins 60% of the time. Betting the defending team here strips you of mathematical certainty. Then we have Ahmedabad's Narendra Modi Stadium. The turf here is so flat that traditional T20 betting rules completely disintegrate. This bar chart displays the extreme scoring distribution at Ahmedabad. The average first inning score sits at an IPL record 188 runs. More importantly, chasing teams successfully run down targets of 200 or more an astonishing 29% of the time. Betting a safe defend at any of these 3 flat tracks carries immense risk. They offer highly attractive odds for aggressive in-play bettors, provided you have the bankroll tolerance to weather sudden late-game wicket collapses. Let's contrast those shootouts with Kolkata's Eden Gardens. Historically, this is a highly balanced pitch that delivers steady scoring through the first 10 overs before transitioning into predictable late-game chaos. This histogram maps historic wickets by over at Eden Gardens. Teams consistently try to accelerate late, resulting in a massive spike of over 70 historic wickets falling in the 20th over alone. This isolated metric routinely ruins late innings over pops. Chennai's Chidambaram Stadium represents the polar opposite of Ahmedabad. The spin-heavy, slow surface dictates the lowest boundary intensity in the entire league. Chennai's data profile is extreme. Death over run rates drop to 9.4, and batters average 18 balls per 6. Setting high totals is difficult. The chart shows target win probabilities. The slow pitch enforces a hard cap, making targets above 160 virtually impossible to chase. The trade-off is straightforward. Grounds like Chennai offer highly predictable, low-volatility outcomes that protect your bankroll. But bookmakers have the same data, and they price these lines exceptionally tight. Moving to Delhi's Arun Jaitley Stadium, a turf replacement in 2017 turned this venue into the most 6-heavy ground in the IPL. The numbers on this KPI card highlight the aggression. Batters hit a 6 every 11.8 balls, fueling an 11.2 run rate at the death. Defending any target under 180 runs here is a pure coin flip. Compare that to Hyderabad, where a balanced, dry pitch actively suppresses aerial hitting. This comparison metric shows the specific trap for Hyderabad. While standard match totals remain reliable, individual player boundary props carry high failure rates because the stadium averages 19.5 balls per 6. At Lucknow's Ekana Stadium, we find a highly unusual profile. Despite massive first-inning scoring surges, the chasing team wins 59% of the time. This run rate chart maps the first-inning surge perfectly to the 7 to 11 over middle phase. Do not take the bait on first-innings moneyline Elena reactions. Despite these high targets, the chase remains highly viable here. Finally, we have to group Chandigarh and Guwahati together as structural anomalies. Their match histories are simply too short to trust. These split cards detail a massive 228 par score at PCA and erratic second innings death stats in Guwahati. Mathematically, this is statistical noise, not a reliable signal. Disciplined volume bettors know to drastically reduce their unit sizes at these unproven venues until the data reaches statistical maturity. We can organize the chaos of these 10 venues into 3 distinct, actionable betting matrices based on your exact risk profile. This matrix table, the Chaser's Edge, isolates Chennai, Lucknow, and Mumbai. The physical realities of pitch degradation and evening dew at these specific stadiums mathematically favor the chasing team. Betting the chase here means you will sacrifice early game odds, but it provides vital long-term probability security if you are a risk-averse moneyline bettor. The overs market table targets boundary props. Delhi, Ahmedabad, and Bengaluru offer extreme death-over run rates and low balls per 6 metrics. Shifting to standard deviation reveals the trade-off. These grounds offer massive high-yield shifts, but extreme variance makes them terrible targets during sudden wicket collapses. This final table, the Fortress, maps exact safe defend run thresholds, 160 in Chennai and 180 in Kolkata and Mumbai. Watch this probability gauge. Crossing these thresholds triggers a violent statistical shift. Betting in play at this exact moment offers mathematically sound returns. Consistent IPL returns do not come from predicting which superstar will have a good night. They come from knowing exactly which stadium physics to exploit.